The next morning, Juliana sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the floor. Her thoughts were heavy, but she finally whispered to herself, "What must be, must be." She sighed, ran her fingers through her hair, and got up to freshen up. After dressing casually, she headed downstairs, following the scent of food wafting through the house. In the kitchen, she found Alex arranging breakfast on the counter. His back was to her, but the way he hummed softly to himself made her pause for a moment, a small smile tugging at her lips. "Did you make some for me?" she asked teasingly, leaning against the doorframe. Alex turned around, a grin spreading across his face. "Are you really asking that? You know I'll always make breakfast for both of us," Juliana smirked. "I know, I was just teasing." Alex handed her a plate, and they sat down to eat. The silence between them was comfortable at first, but Juliana's mind was racing. She finally broke the quiet. "Alex, we have a problem," she said softly, her voice uncertain. He looked up, his brow furrowed. "What is it?" She set her fork down and sighed. "I spoke to my father this morning. He wants us to hold off on the marriage for 6 more months. He says there are things he needs to sort out first." Alex leaned back in his chair, his expression unreadable. "Do you believe him?" "No," Juliana admitted, shaking her head. "I think he's suspicious of us. I don't know what to do. For me, it's fine to wait, but you have a girlfriend, Alex. I can't keep you away from her for that long." Alex watched her quietly as she continued. "So I think it's best you go see her. Secretly, of course. Or we break up and say the relationship didn't work out. I'll still pay you the money. I won't let my ambitions tie you down." The words hung heavy in the air. Juliana didn't dare look at him, but then, without warning, Alex stood, walked over to her, and gently tilted her chin up to meet his gaze. Before she could react, he leaned down and kissed her softly. Juliana's eyes widened, her heart racing. When he pulled back, she stared at him in shock. "What was that?" Alex grinned, his tone playful. "That was a kiss. A revenge kiss, to be precise. For the one you gave me last time. Now we're even." Juliana blinked, struggling to find words. "Really? Really?" Alex said, sitting back down with a mischievous smile. "What you said just now? It touched me. You didn't have to think about me or my girlfriend, but you did. That's not the Juliana I met at the beginning of this deal. You've changed." Juliana looked down, hiding a small smile. "Thanks to you, my real self is coming out." She paused, then added in a quieter voice, "But Alex, please don't kiss me again." Alex frowned, his smile fading slightly. "Why not?" "Because I'm a woman, and my heart is fragile," Juliana admitted, her voice trembling slightly. "Your girlfriend allowed you to do this deal. I don't want her to regret it. And I don't want to regret it either." Her chest tightened as she spoke, her heart beat loud in her ears. Alex sighed, leaning back. "I understand. To be honest, I didn't even know when I kissed you. Maybe it's because I've missed my girlfriend." He stood abruptly. "Since you've given me permission, I'll meet her?" Juliana nodded, keeping her expression neutral even as her heart felt like it was breaking. Alex left the room to grab his phone from upstairs. As soon as he was gone, Juliana touched her lips, her fingers trembling. A small, bittersweet smile crept across her face. "Alex," she whispered, her voice barely audible, "I've already fallen for you. Please, don't make me take you away from her." She closed her eyes, her thoughts swirling, unsure whether to fight her feelings or let herself drown in them. Upstairs, Alex stared at his phone for a long moment before dialing a number. "Hey," he said softly when the line connected. "It's me. Can we meet? I need to talk to you." Meanwhile, downstairs, Juliana stood by the window, gazing out at the garden, her heart heavy with emotions she could no longer deny. What if he never comes back? She will shake her head. "Why are mine thinking unnecessarily?" she said. The hotel confrontation. Alex sat on the edge of the bed in the hotel room, nerves prickling under his skin. The knock came quicker than he expected, and he practically jumped to open the door. There she was, Lucy. Her expression was a storm of emotions, hurt, anger, and something he couldn't quite place. "Lucy," he said softly, reaching out to hug her. She stepped back, putting up a hand. "Don't," she said, brushing past him and sitting on the bed, crossing her arms. Her gaze cut through him as she spoke, her tone laced with sarcasm. "So I've become your toy now? Something you can summon whenever you feel like it?" "Lucy, that's not—" No calls, no messages, weeks of silence. And then when you finally call, all you can say is, "Can we meet?" Her voice cracked slightly, but her anger held firm. Alex sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I'm sorry, Lucy, I just wanted to see you. To talk." "You wanted to see me?" she snapped. "But you left me to stay with another woman. Do you even understand what that means? You left, Alex. You abandoned me to play house with someone else, all because of money." Her words hit like a slap, but Alex stayed quiet, letting her vent. "I get it. You wanted to pay off the loans. But did you ever stop to think about how this would affect me? Did you even consider having a real conversation with me?" "No, you didn't. You just threw out some random question, I gave a thoughtless answer, and next thing I know, you're gone. Left me sitting alone in a restaurant." She paused, taking a breath before continuing. "Now you want to talk? Fine, Alex. Talk. I want to hear what you have to say." Alex's confession. Alex walked to his bag, pulled out an envelope, and handed it to her. "Lucy, I'm sorry. I was so focused on the end result that I didn't think about your feelings. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't realize how much my actions would hurt you." He swallowed hard. "This is for your mom's hospital bill. It's paid in full. I'll handle the student loan next." Lucy stared at the envelope but didn't take it. A bitter smile crept across her face. "So that's it? This is your apology? Bribing me with money?" "It's not a bribe, Lucy," Alex said, his voice low but firm. "It's me trying to fix something, anything, to show you that I still care." Lucy exhaled sharply, setting the envelope down beside her. "Before you try to fix me with money, there's something you should know." Alex frowned. "What is it?" Lucy hesitated, then said, "I've been talking to James." Alex blinked, his heart sinking. "James?" She nodded, her voice quieter now. "We ran into each other at a gas station. He told me his side of the story, about what really happened back then, how I didn't give him the chance to explain himself before cutting him off." Alex sat down, bracing himself. "What did he say?" Lucy recounted the story, the misunderstanding, the picture, and how she blocked James without hearing him out. She looked at Alex, her eyes filled with uncertainty. "The truth is, I don't know how I feel right now," she admitted. "I just wanted to tell you the truth." Understanding each other, Alex reached out and gently held her hand. "Lucy, I get it. He was your first love, your childhood love, and now, finding out that you left him without knowing the full story, it must feel like a weight you've been carrying for years. Of course, you'd feel torn. You're human." Lucy shook her head. "It's not like that. It's just—" "It's okay," Alex interrupted, his voice calm. "Don't try to explain. When we met, both of us were lonely. You were dealing with your mom's illness, and I was grieving mine. We didn't even have time to go on proper dates. It was coffee breaks at the hospital, late-night talks in parking lots. We leaned on each other during tough times. That was our foundation." Lucy looked down, her fingers tightening around his. "I didn't even realize it at first," Alex continued. "But I think I've started falling for Juliana. I don't know how it happened, but I have." Lucy's head shot up, her expression unreadable. "I knew it," she said softly. "What did you expect? You're living with her, seeing her every day. Of course feelings would develop, and trust me, she's falling for you too." Alex frowned. "I don't think she is. Juliana is complicated." "Maybe," Lucy said with a small smile, "but she's not as bad as you think. For her to respect me the way she has, not all women would do that. That says something about her character." Alex looked at her, his thoughts racing. "So, are you planning to give James another chance?" Lucy's smile widened slightly, and she laughed softly. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to. Alex chuckled. You don't have to decide now. Everything happens for a reason. Let's not feel like we owe each other anything. Let's figure out what we truly want, without guilt. Lucy nodded, her eyes glistening. You're right. Alex handed her the envelope again. Now, can you take this? It's for your mom's hospital bill. I'll send the money for your student loan later. Don't say no. It's a promise I made, and I want to keep it. Lucy hesitated, but eventually took the envelope. Thank you, Alex. Not everyone would do what you're doing. I hope things work out between you and Juliana. You deserve the best. Alex smiled. Thanks. And if James messes up again, let me know. I'll teach him a lesson. They both laughed, the tension between them lifting. So, this is goodbye? Lucy asked, her voice trembling slightly. Alex held her hand firmly. Yes, life is unpredictable, Lucy, but I'm glad I met you. Take care of yourself. Lucy nodded, tears threatening to spill. She leaned forward and hugged him tightly, her emotions finally spilling over. Alex closed his eyes, holding her gently. Alex's doubts. When Lucy left, Alex sat back on the bed, staring at the ceiling. His heart felt heavy, but also oddly free. He muttered to himself, Does Juliana really like me? Or am I just another part of her plan? The room fell silent, leaving Alex with nothing but his swirling thoughts and unanswered questions. Juliana's restless wait. Juliana paced back and forth in her room, her hands clasped together as she struggled with her thoughts. Alex still wasn't back, and it was driving her mad. She glanced at her phone for the 10th time, tempted to call him, but each time she stopped herself. No, she muttered. They haven't seen each other in a while. Let them have their time. They're in a relationship, after all. She sank onto the couch, crossing her arms tightly over her chest. Her heart betrayed her calm exterior, beating faster with every passing second. But why am I missing him so much? She whispered, staring at the floor. Why do I care? She closed her eyes, leaning back against the couch, trying to quiet her mind. The sound of the door opening startled her, and she jumped up, her eyes wide as Alex walked in. You're back! She exclaimed, unable to contain her excitement. Without thinking, she rushed over and hugged him tightly. You're back, baby. Alex smiled, wrapping his arms around her. What were you thinking about so deeply that you didn't even notice me? Juliana pulled back slightly, embarrassed. Don't mind me. It's nothing. She gestured for him to sit, trying to regain her composure. So, how was your meeting with your girlfriend? Was she mad at you? Alex sighed as he sat beside her, his expression calm but serious. We broke up. Juliana froze, her heart skipping a beat. You broke up, she repeated, her voice barely above a whisper. Alex nodded. She sat silently for a moment, staring at him. Then she asked, Was it because of me? No, Alex said firmly. Though my coming here might have contributed, but honestly, it's a good thing. It helped us both figure out what we really want. Juliana's chest tightened. She didn't know what to say, but Alex's gaze was unwavering. And what do you want, Alex? She finally asked, her voice shaking slightly. Alex's answer was immediate and clear. You, Juliana. Her eyes widened as she instinctively shifted away from him. What are you doing, Alex? She asked, her voice laced with nervousness. I'm being a man and going after what I want, Alex said, his tone soft but confident. I know you feel the same way, Juliana. You don't have to hide it. Let's start fresh. A real relationship, a real date. No contracts, no pretending. Juliana shot up from the couch, her heart racing. You broke up with your girlfriend and now you want me? What does that even mean? That if another girl catches your eye tomorrow, you'll just jump to her? Alex stood, his face pained. Juliana, it's not like that. Please, she interrupted, her voice shaking. I'm not having this conversation. She turned and walked toward her room. Juliana, wait, Alex called after her, his voice filled with urgency. Please, listen to me. But she didn't stop. She closed her door behind her, leaning against it as her emotions swirled uncontrollably. Juliana's inner turmoil. In the silence of her room, Juliana paced again, her mind a chaotic mess. "This is what I wanted," she murmured to herself, her voice filled with disbelief. "So why am I running away now that it's in my hands?" She stopped and looked at her reflection in the mirror. Her eyes were glassy, her lips trembling. Am I feeling guilty? Is it because of his girlfriend? She sat on the edge of her bed, gripping the blankets tightly. What's happening to me? I've never been in this situation before. She buried her face in her hands, her voice breaking. I want you, Alex. But I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to let myself have you. Her heart ached with the weight of her own indecision. The walls she had built around herself for so long were crumbling, and for the first time, she didn't know how to protect herself. As the night deepened, Juliana lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling. Her mind replayed Alex's words over and over. I want you, Juliana. She pressed her fingers to her lips, her heart racing. And I want him too. But the thought terrified her. She turned on her side, hugging her pillow tightly as the battle inside her raged on. A morning of change. The next morning, Alex was in the kitchen, putting the finishing touches on breakfast. He set the table with care, glancing toward the stairs every few minutes. When he finally heard footsteps, a smile broke across his face. My queen is finally awake, Alex said warmly, as Juliana walked into the room, her hair slightly tousled but still beautiful. Juliana stopped in her tracks, surprised by the greeting. Queen. Really? Alex shrugged playfully. You don't like it. Should I try another title? Juliana smiled softly, sitting down at the table. What did you make? I made breakfast, Alex said, pulling out her chair. Can you eat with me? Juliana hesitated for a moment, then nodded. I will. They ate in silence, the clinking of cutlery filling the room. Juliana kept her eyes on her plate, occasionally stealing glances at Alex. After a while, Alex broke the quiet. Are you free today? Juliana looked up, surprised. Me? Alex grinned, glancing around dramatically. Of course. Is there anyone else here? She laughed, shaking her head. No, except tomorrow, when we're going to my family house to see my father. Alex leaned back in his chair, his smile growing. Good to know. But today, dress up by 5 p.m. I'm taking you somewhere. A stroll through the city. By 2 p.m., Alex and Juliana were seated in a cozy corner of a restaurant, enjoying a quiet meal. The air between them felt lighter, more relaxed than ever before. After lunch, they strolled down the street, the soft hum of city life around them. Juliana looked around, taking in the sights. Alex stayed close to her, their arms occasionally brushing. Is this your idea of a surprise? Juliana teased, glancing up at him. Not yet, Alex said, smiling. As they walked, Alex reached out and gently pulled her closer to him. Juliana blinked, surprised, but didn't resist. Without warning, Alex leaned down and kissed her. Juliana froze for a moment, her eyes wide. When he pulled back, she stared at him, speechless. Don't feel guilty, Alex said softly. Juliana took a shaky breath. Alex? He interrupted her, his voice steady. I want you to understand something. I talked to Lucy. We both agreed that breaking up was the best thing for us. It wasn't because of you. It was because we realized we were holding on to something that wasn't real anymore. Juliana looked at him, her expression conflicted. I met Lucy at the hospital, Alex continued. Both of our mothers were sick, and we kept running into each other at the hospital cafeteria. We became close, and before we knew it, we were together. But my mom passed away, and things between Lucy and me changed. When we talked about breaking up, it wasn't just about my time here with you, it was about realizing what we really wanted, and for me, that's you. Juliana's eyes softened, but she kept her guard up. Alex? I like strong women, he said with a grin. A little commanding, someone who challenges me. That's why, even before we became close, your fiery, bossy attitude intrigued me." Juliana raised an eyebrow. "So now I'm bossy?" she said, pretending to be offended. Alex laughed. "A little, but I like it." She tried to pull away, but Alex caught her hand and pulled her back. Their lips met again, and this time, Juliana didn't hesitate. She kissed him back, her hands tangling in his hair as her walls began to crumble. When Alex pulled away, he chuckled. "Careful, we're still outside." Juliana laughed, her cheeks flushing. "Let's go home." Breakfast in bed. The next morning, Juliana woke to the soft touch of Alex's fingers on her cheek. She blinked, disoriented for a moment, before realizing where she was, and that she was completely naked under the sheets. "I slept naked," she muttered, more to herself than to Alex. "Does it matter, my love?" Alex said, leaning in to kiss her. Juliana pushed him away gently. "It's morning, Alex, and I didn't even brush my teeth or freshen up." "You worry too much," Alex said, sitting up. "Your beauty glows even when you're sleeping. Talk more when you're awake." Juliana rolled her eyes, but a small smile tugged at her lips. "I made breakfast," Alex continued, helping her sit up. "And you're eating it here." "Breakfast in bed?" Juliana asked, surprised. "Exactly." They ate together, sharing bites and small laughs. When they finished, Alex set the plates aside. "Should I take these downstairs?" Juliana asked, reaching for the plates. "No," Alex said, pulling her close. "Leave them. We have more important things to do." Juliana opened her mouth to protest, but Alex silenced her with a kiss. The kiss deepened quickly, their passion reigniting. Before long, the sheets were tangled, and their laughter was replaced with soft moans and whispered words. This time there was no hesitation, no guilt, just them, completely lost in each other. After they're done, Julia said, "What a way to wake up. Breakfast in bed with the joystick of the man you love inside you. If this is a dream, I don't want to wake up." An emotional reunion. Later that day, Juliana and Alex arrived at her father's mansion. The air was heavy with anticipation as they entered her father's study. Mr. Nathaniel Edwards was sitting by the window, looking frail but composed. His eyes lit up when he saw his daughter, and he gestured for her to sit beside him. "Juliana," he began, his voice soft but steady, "it's clear now that you and Alex are truly in love. The first time you brought him here, I knew you weren't being honest. That's why I asked you to delay the wedding. I wanted to give you both time to figure things out, to decide if this was real or just another charade." Juliana's chest tightened, guilt and relief flooding her simultaneously. "Papa?" she whispered, her voice trembling. Nathaniel smiled faintly. "I've made many mistakes in my life, especially with your mother. I pushed her away when she needed me most, and for that, I'm deeply sorry. I see so much of her in you, her strength, her determination, but I also see the pain I caused." Juliana's eyes filled with tears, and she reached out to hold his hand. Nathaniel continued, his voice cracking slightly. "I know you've held on to a lot of hurt because of me, and I know you don't trust easily, especially with your stepmother and stepbrother, but Juliana, life is too short for grudges. Try your best to be close to them, to build bridges where there are walls." Juliana nodded, tears streaming down her face. "Papa, Before she could finish, Nathaniel pulled her into a hug. "You don't have to say anything, just promise me you'll try." "I will," Juliana whispered, her voice breaking. Nathaniel kissed her forehead. "Good. Now call Alex in. I need to speak with him." A father's request. Alex entered the room cautiously, sensing the weight of the moment. Nathaniel gestured for him to sit across from him. "Alex," he began, his eyes sharp but kind, "I'll be honest with you. I knew your relationship with Juliana wasn't genuine at first. I saw through it. But now—" He paused, his voice softening. "Now, I see that things have changed. I see the way you look at her, and I see the way she looks at you. I'm happy that you found each other." Alex nodded, his throat tight. "Thank you, sir. I promise to take care of her." Nathaniel's gaze turned serious. My daughter didn't receive much love growing up. She's carried that pain with her for years. Please do your best to show her the love she's always deserved. I will, Alex said firmly, his voice filled with conviction. Nathaniel smiled and called Juliana back into the room. She entered, her eyes red from crying earlier. Nathaniel reached for her hand, his voice trembling. I don't know how much time I have left, Juliana. This sickness may take me any day now. But whatever happens, I'm happy knowing you've found someone who loves you. Please, let's spend more time together. Come visit me every weekend. Let's make the most of the time we have. Juliana's tears began to fall freely as she sank to her knees beside her father's chair. Papa, don't say that. You'll be fine. We'll have many more weekends together. Nathaniel's own eyes filled with tears as he stroked her hair. When my time comes and I join your mother, I don't want her to be angry at this selfish man. I want her to know that I tried to make things right with you. Juliana hugged him tightly, her sobs shaking her entire body. I love you, Papa, she cried, her voice muffled against his chest. Nathaniel's breath hitched, and he held her close, tears streaming down his face. This is the first time you've ever said that to me. What more could I ask for in life? God, I'm ready now. You've granted my final wish. Don't say that, Juliana sobbed. We still need you. Nathaniel smiled through his tears, his voice soft and filled with love. And I need you too, my baby girl, more than you'll ever know. They held each other tightly, their tears blending as years of pain and unspoken love finally found release. Alex stood silently in the corner, his own eyes misty as he watched the father and daughter mend the broken pieces of their relationship. In that moment, the room felt lighter, filled with the warmth of forgiveness and love, a moment none of them would ever forget. The end. What do you think about this story? Please leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.